Oh, Cheat the Geek back again on the highway, heading home from Coliseum Games from my 5th store championships. It's been a long 2 weeks. Once again, I am stitchless. Didn't make top 8 today, but I can't complain. I got a stitch. That's better than 0. No play mat or anything, but like I said, getting 1 was the goal. I did. Probably going to be sitting on it now. I didn't get a second one, unfortunately, but I can't complain. Thoughts on this tournament and thoughts overall. Thoughts on this tournament. I believe we started with 24 people, I think. 22, 23, or 24. A bunch of people dropped. I think we had in total 4 drops, maybe even 5. Before even round 4. That really skewed things. I got 9th yet again, just like yesterday at Evo. I got 9th. Rough beats. Although yesterday I was late, missed round 1. Although I should have still been in the tournament just as an 0-2 loss, if anything. But work sucks. Work sucks. I'll talk about that too. Today, made it on time. Had an 0-2 loss to Steel Song, which I always lose to that deck. And then I think it was round 5 that I needed to win to make the top 8 spot. At the bare minimum, I lost 0-2 to the Zach Bivens deck of Lore Rush, Amethyst Steel. Just straight lost. But those are matchups where you can just lose. Winners and stuff, it was all meta decks and top 8. Nothing too outlandish made it in other than the Zach Bivens deck, but that deck is actually decent. So that deck made it in. They got their win and in, if you want to call it that, whatever. I actually need to be in the right lane myself here. So yeah, don't spend too much time on the tournament. Final record was 3-2, but that wasn't good enough. The other 3-2 made it in. The one that beat me round 5. We were basically playing for that top 8 spot. All the other people who were guaranteed top 8, they drew. So obviously that pushed out anyone else that would have been 3-2. Only to the highest 3-2 would have made it in, which was the guy that I lost to. Thoughts on the event as a whole. It's actually still bright outside for it being after 8 o'clock. It's a good idea. It worked. My complaint is too many stores announced their event very, very late. I think a lot of stores were trying to avoid doing it. They really didn't want to do it, but Ravensburger says if you're an organized play store, you have to run this event. So a lot of stores had to make last minute adjustments and announce their tournaments last minute through Melee. Also on Melee sucks. It's a crap system. They need to patch it and improve it a lot before the next store championships. They got at least a solid 3 to 5 months to work on it and improve it for the next store championship, because they're doing one every single set now. So this is going to become a regular occurrence. It'll suck for people like me with crappy jobs where getting time off is like next to impossible, especially in Q4. Once Q4 rolls around, I'm not going to get any time off. So for store championships in Q4, I'm probably not even going to be able to show up for any of them, because getting time off in Q4 is going to be virtually impossible. So for me, it's going to be set 5. So yeah, I have a chance for set 4, but set 5 is going to be like impossible. But it's a good idea. It worked. I would like if they extended the prizes to the entire top 8. Since both tournaments are going to be top 8, I feel like top 8 should all get like a promo card or a prize card of some kind, and then maybe have top 4 get the play mat. I would like to see that expanded. Other than like the big events, I don't think anyone had like a top 16 at any of their local stores. They're mostly top 8s, a few top 4s. With also, those promos need to be shipped out a lot earlier for the store championships. I know this was their first one, so you can forgive mistakes and time constraints. But so many stores had to announce their event like the week of the last day, which was today, Sunday. And then so many people were like, well, I can't get time off this late with such short notice, or rearranging other events or plans or anything like that. And even on the store's end, I'm gonna guess a lot of stores didn't even run the event because it's like, this is just too late for me to do it. So I don't know how they're gonna work that out with the promos and stuff and the play mats. But yeah, there was a store here locally where like they had 16 people pre-register and then only 9 showed up. But then they didn't announce the tournament till like Wednesday. Like, that's terrible. That's a store that I probably actually would have gone to if I had known that they were going to announce it earlier. But also with how their Ravensburger is doing things, where it's like there needs to be a minimum of 8 people to run the event. So it's like, I don't want to take the risk of having to prepay for an event, show up, they don't get 8 people, and then okay, the store gets my money, and then I get nothing out of it, and then I can't go to another event because it's like, well, you're trying to do all your events at the same time on the same day. Like, that's the other thing. I wish the stores would kind of co-coordinate to do their events at different times. Have maybe one in the morning, one late night, if that's even possible for some of these stores, instead of trying to compete with each other to get the majority of the player base to come to their store, because that's not going to work. Most people are going to go to their favorite store, or the store that they're most biased in favor of. They're going to go to that store. They're not going to go to your store. So those stores are going to get lower turnout numbers. I mean, as long as they get 8 people, great for those people. They get an easier shot at a Stitch, or a playmat, but it really does depend on who shows up. Speaking on turnout, there was a lot of meta. I think going in, I was expecting a lot of casuals and a lot of casual decks. That actually wasn't the case. Definitely not for the top 8. Top 8 was almost always strictly meta, or counter meta. There was no like rando decks making it into the top 8. So people definitely were doing their research on decks to play meta decks, but I think the pro players also caught that a lot of the decks that these people were playing were just extremely outdated. Like, I saw a guy today who was playing blue-red, and he still had Nick Wild in his deck. Like, blue hasn't been on Nick Wild since 6 months ago. So that goes to show you that people are trying to play meta, but maybe it's a thing where they couldn't get all the good cards that they wanted in such short notice, or they aren't following the meta as closely as the more competitive people think that other people are following the meta. That's also a very strong possibility. So for like set 4 store championships, it's going to be meta, and you got to learn the meta quick. Same thing for the Chicago regional event, because set 4 is going to be legal. I'm probably going to that one, so I got to figure out what I'm going to be doing for that event. But all in all, I did enjoy the events. I liked it. I like how it played out. All the stores ran decently well. I have to try to go to stores that my friends aren't going to, because I can never top the stores that they go to, because I'm always going to get pushed out of the top 8 spot because they're all going to take the top 8 spots. So I got to keep that in mind for next time, to not go to the same store as them. In fact, I think they were going to go to a different store, but canceled their pre-registration, gave up the money, which was like $35 entry, to come to that store instead. So yeah, that's also a thing. Because those tournaments were going on at the exact same time, so they wanted to go with the one they had a higher chance of winning at, which is understandable. That makes the most sense. They're not going to go to a store where they're likely to lose at, especially after paying $35, when this event that I went to was only like 10. Obviously a smaller payout because of that. You make it the top 8, you get nothing, but we still get 2 packs for showing up for our entry fee, so that was nice. And everyone seemed to got decent pulls out of their packs, so it wasn't bad all in all. Trying to think of what else I want to say. That being said, I'm definitely going to try to make sure I can secure my time off for set 4 store championships. That's on my agenda. There's no date or anything set for those, so I just kind of have to sit and wait. That being said, I have 2 back-to-back Star Wars Unlimited tournaments now. One on May 4th, Star Wars Day, and then I think there's going to be another one the week after, potentially. I have May 4th off. I don't know about the one that's going to come up the week after, but now I have to switch focus from Lorcana to Star Wars Unlimited, which, that being said, was set for coming out on May 17th. I'm probably just going to be done with the format. I was already kind of done with the format like 2 months ago. I had everything I wanted out of this set, and it's like, I don't care about this set anymore. That's just how I am. That's how I operate. It's like, once I get all my cards out of the set, I'm done with the set. The set's garbage. I can't see myself going back to just playing locals casually for events. It's just like, no, I'm probably just going to skip out the events, stay home. At least definitely the next 2 weeks to work on Star Wars Unlimited, because I definitely need to work on that and update my deck a little bit. Get ready for that event, because it's basically just the Store Championships version of Lorcana is a Star Wars Unlimited Store Championship. I don't think those prizes are going to be worth anywhere near as much money, but I would still like to win. Or the playmat. I think there's a playmat too for that one. But I'd like to try to get one of them. That'd be nice. So yeah. That's probably it for this video. It for me. I gotta get these uploaded to my YouTube channel. Hope you guys enjoyed the Store Championships. Hopefully you got a Stitch and or a playmat. You know, at least had a fun time. Some other prize payout, whatever you got. Hope you enjoyed it, had fun. I'll probably do more videos for the next Store Championships if I manage to go to them, if I can get out of work. Hopefully I can. I'm likely going to do videos for the Star Wars Unlimited Store Championships, as well as the Chicago Regional event with the people I'm going down there with. So I'll try to do a video for that as well. But that's in was it July or June? I think it was in June. So got a whole month left for that, because we're still in April. I'm glad this month is just about over, because I'm sick of this month. The Store Championship just didn't make anything better. It just made things a lot worse, but I was able to work around everything. Ugh, I'm tired. So yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.